CIOs, were struggling for relevance for a few years, and now with the data and AI revolution, there's a realization that the fundamental infrastructure that sits under all of the way that you deliver and collect and deliver data to create insights. The CIO needs to be at the table, but that CIO can't be like a tech nerd sitting in a department somewhere. They need to be a diplomat, and they need to work with the CDO hand in hand, and they need to work with the business leaders. So there is this organizational imperative, I think, more than ever before.
Yeah, you touched on a really important thing, and that is most CIOs are measured on cost. They report in through CFOs. They're a huge expense to the bottom line. And so as they're measured on cost and business controls, they tend to focus on managing data, controlling data, limiting data. And I often run into customers who have lines of business who are pushing them hard for access to data. I ran into a company that services credit unions, and they wanted to provide insights as a service. They don't know which insights yet, and they don't know how to monetize it, but they know that there's a ton of data in the credit union data that could be valuable to be sold back to them as insights. So they asked for a data lake, and their CIO turned to them and said, "Why do you need a data lake? I'll just generate a report. Tell me what you need." And they don't know what they need. They just know they need access to data, and they know that they're going to experiment with it. They're going to have different hypotheses. They're going to try different algorithms. They're going to try to find meaning in that data that generates and creates value. Historically, that wouldn't be a CIO top agenda item. And there's a tension between lines of business who want basically unfettered access to data in forms that are then able to be applied to AI. At the same time, CIOs under pressure for cost and under pressure for control and risk. So it's an interesting challenge within companies.